the Xbox you guys tried to turn into an IED, torching of my mom's van using a blowtorch, and this. You guys don't think that you're not going to face federal charges? Oh, you're going to face federal charges.
The block stay hot. Cyraxx, shadowboxing, swinging at the air, undefeated in delusion. Reality don't care, Jupiter creeping, got the whole cruise ship. Predator rhymes, got a band from the book. Josh Block at the hill, bottle in his clutch. Captain of a ship that's been sinking too much. Over Navy rattling, can't step to the throne. Worry top the mic, let them reap what they've sown.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Thanks for stopping by the channel again today. As many of you already know, Chance has been working on a project called Shadowkai, which is supposed to be some type of a shitty knockoff of Pokemon that's apparently going to be bigger than Pokemon, bigger than Digimon, bigger than Fortnite, bigger than any game out there. This is what he's claiming. Now, the only art he's actually made for this game is like a weird Microsoft Paint drawing of Ghastly that he's been very proud of. And it seems, based on a lot of reports, like he's actually stealing everything regarding this game from William and John, who are probably going to release a much more successful game and actually get some developer to pick it up, much the way that Goblin Tales got picked up by Adult Swim. But Chance really does seem to think that this is his, this is going to be his rocket to the top. This is going to be how he makes his goblin millions. But just this morning, he received a letter from a video game company regarding the project he's been working on, and, well, I think you'll be interested to see both what the letter has to say and his reaction to it. So, without further rambling, let's get into it.
What is up, Facebook? So, I'm here today to expose William Glory Hole, Music Biz Marty's brother-in-law John, and his sister for doing a federally illegal crime.
God, now John's sister is involved, so now he's fighting with Marty's brother-in-law's sister. This is like Spaceballs, when he's like, I was your aunt's uncle's cousin's former roommate in college. Like, it's just getting ridiculous now, Chance. You haven't even rap battled your own sister aunt yet, so you gotta stop lining up other people's family members until you take care of the beefs with your own.
Which is pretending to be Alexandra M. Harrington, Senior Counsel of Nintendo of America, Inc. Legal Department Head.
Wow, Chance, so your copyright infringement has gotten so bad that you're getting letters from Nintendo's legal team. I mean, this is just ridiculous, man. I thought the theft was bad when you were stealing beats from Linkin Park, or when you were stealing lyrics to your songs from the poetry of long-dead teenagers, but you really just know how to push things to new heights.
Now, what's funny is this. Y'all done fucked up. Because I got this letter from Nintendo, which meant, from what you can tell, it looks legit. It looks legitimate, right? Except for one minor detail that's not in the letter. But on the envelope itself. Because see, your guys' shit don't match up. Because see, y'all put the information, Nintendo American Inc. Legal Department, 4600 150th Avenue, NE, Redmond, Washington, 98052. And then the phone number, the fax, and then this. Received it on my birthday, right? As you guys see right there.
Yeah, you received a couple of things on your birthday, Chance. How's that breaker box doing, buddy?
There's the info. And it's about my anime series, Shadowkai. First off, that's one thing that I know about it is fake. Second off, like I said, the biggest mistake wasn't in the letter. It was in the envelope. Because see, the real Nintendo headquarters is in Redmond, Washington. As you can see right there, y'all can Google it too if you don't believe me. Right there's their real address.
Do you guys hear this little lilt he has in his voice? Like, he thinks he's the smartest man in the world. Because he believes, as a 35-year-old man, that he has figured out, after being fooled a million times by kill sticks, glitter bombs, fake record deals, like all the traps he's fallen into over the past decade. He believes, as a 35-year-old man, that he's figured out that this letter he got for his game that he hasn't even developed yet, like that there's barely even any art that exists of it, that Nintendo would be sending him a letter. He thinks he's a genius for figuring out that the letter's not real. I mean, he's talking like he's Elf. He's talking like he's L from Death Note, finally catching Light Yagami. When, again, Chance, like, this isn't rocket science. Why would they send you a letter about a video game that you've spoken about, but that doesn't exist in any capacity? The only thing that you have in common with L is that you're probably secretly in love with the person who's trolling you.
Okay, so if it came from there, okay, Like, it clearly came, it supposedly came from there. And if that's the case, then why does it say Miami, Florida in the corner? Pretty fucking stupid if you ask me.
Well, I mean, I also just have to say, Nintendo's a pretty big company. Every letter that they send is not going to come from their headquarters. Like, anything that you ever get from Apple is not always going to be from Cupertino, you know what I mean? Like, especially if it's a legal department versus a sales department. Like, there's about 100 reasons for him to believe that letter is fake, but the address not lining up to the one that he found online is actually, like, probably one of the lesser ones.
See, you guys done fucked up in a bigger way than what you even realize. Now, let's look at the charges. Pretending to be a worker for a company like Nintendo and sending out letters is a serious crime that can lead to multiple federal, state charges, including mail fraud, criminal impersonation, and other offenses with specific charges depending on the intent behind the action and whether a victim has suffered a loss.
Okay, so here he goes about the federal charges again. We listened to him clack away on his keyboard for a minute into ChatGPT, asking a leading question like, what consequences can somebody be hit with if they pretend to be a Nintendo employee or whatever? You can tell it's ChatGPT and not even a regular web result by the way that it, like, repeats the question in the answer. Like, it'll be like, well, the consequences a person can face if they pretend to be a Nintendo employee specifically. Like, you could just hear the AI in what he reads back to you. But from a legal standpoint, there's a really interesting caveat in there that even the AI picks up on, that Chance reads out loud to us, but he doesn't actually comprehend or understand, which is, quote, depending on if the victim has suffered a loss, right? So, like, 99 times out of 100, if you call someone pretending to be a Nintendo executive or whatever bullshit, if you do it just to make fun of them and nothing materially happens to them, there's no charge to hit that person with because there's been no damages. You know what I mean? Now, if somebody pretended to be a Nintendo executive and they called Sally and they said, hey, we really want to develop your son's game, but we're going to need $2,500 to get the ball rolling, and she paid them that, then there would be charges that you could hit them with because that would be fraud. There would be actual material damages. They got money out of Sally only because they pretended to be somebody that they weren't. So, like, if there was financial damages, if there was, like, slander happening, like they pretended to be someone famous or a politician and then they told a lie about Chance and people believed it, if they, I don't know, if he was working at, like, a ShopRite and they called him, pretended to be a ShopRite regional manager and got him fired, like, these would all be things where they could actually get in trouble. But if I just pick up the phone right now and I call any random person in my zip code and I just say, hi, I'm a Nintendo executive, and I have a whole conversation with them, and then I hang up the phone and, like, no money was exchanged, no damages occurred, there's no charge to hit me with, Chance. There's not there. Thank God for you, Chance. There's not a law against lying. Because if there was, I mean, you tell the same 3 stories that are complete fabricated lies 3, 4, 5 times a week, so they'd be locking you up and throwing away the key.
I am actually suffering loss of my anime stream. Possible federal charges. Mail process. The letters are sent through the U.S. mail system. Federal prosecutors can bring charges of mail fraud. The law applies to mail services used to execute a scheme or artifice to defraud another. A money or property, a mail fraud conviction can carry a prison sentence of up to 20 years in federal prison and substantial fines. Wire fraud. If the scheme also involves emails, which it doesn't, carry significant penalties. Possible state charges. Criminal impersonation.
I also just want to point out, it must be a bluffing thing, like I'm almost at a loss for words when I say it, but here's something that always really just kind of grinds my gears when he goes on possible criminal charges, like when he goes off on his whole rants about this and all, is that he's the first one to say that he's been being trolled on the internet for a decade at this point. During that entire time, I mean, Marty showed up and him and Marty actually got into a physical altercation and Marty beat the hell out of him.
Bitch! Get the fuck out of here. Who's the king? You are? Then run away now. And shut the fuck up.
Fine. You win. You win. You win. Please let it go.
No charges. Aware of myself showed up with a sign calling him a predator. he ended up getting arrested, as we can see here in this delightful clip that I love watching.
Don't scream. Chance. Chance. You're taken care of.
You don't understand!
I understand, Chance.
No, you don't!
Chance, come on.
No, you don't! I have been trying to help me!
Help you, man.
Phenomenal. Love it. No notes. Chef's kiss. But like he got arrested, Aware of Myself didn't face charges. Williams never faced charges. N-Word Boys never faced charges. Tangerine Cat, Schmeckle Cat, John, like Southern Harlot, Darkside Becky. Like, do you know how many people he's threatened with charges over the years? And no one has ever had any even levied against them, let alone have anything stick? So it's incredible to this day that somewhere deep down for him to even say it, he either believes one of two things. He either believes when he looks up these the law offices of ChatGPT legal advice, that he's going to actually be able to get these people in trouble. But I don't even think he reports it anymore. I don't even think they're really calling the police anymore like they used to. I think they've given up on that. I think that he believes that he can fool other people into stopping what they're doing because they're going to fear whatever legal charges are coming their way, even though the most obvious thing in the world, if you were somebody trolling Chance, is that if you follow along the lines of what everybody else has done for a decade and you don't push it like further than that, you will never get in trouble for any of this. Even like all the trolls still have a platform. All the trolls are allowed on YouTube. You're not, Chance. So it's incredible that he thinks he can give these speeches and like fool anybody at all.
States have criminal impersonation statutes that make it illegal to pretend to be a representative of an organization with the intent to obtain a benefit or to injure or defraud another, all of which have tried to do. This can be a misdemeanor or felony depending on the state and the nature of the crime. Lawsuits from Nintendo. This is something I know you guys are going to face. Lawsuits from Nintendo. The impersonation could lead to a lawsuit from Nintendo. Companies take impersonation very seriously to protect their brand and customers. A civil lawsuit could result in significant financial damages for brand harm, lost business, and legal costs. Now let's go in. Now this is where you really fucked up. Ooh, you guys are looking at big time charges now, boys, because you guys gave away where you live. Right here on the letter, you guys gave away where you live. In Miami, pretending to be a Nintendo employee and sending fraudulent letters is likely to result in federal charges for mail fraud and state charges for an organized scheme.
So once again, he's just showing off how he thinks he's a rocket scientist, but he has no understanding of anything whatsoever. Why would they write down the return address on the letter to be their actual home address? The only person dumb enough to do that is you, Chance, just like the only person dumb enough to give away the passwords to their YouTube channel and their Xbox account and all that other stuff to, like, some brand new Buddy Troll moderator is you. Nobody's writing their home address on a troll letter. You're lucky if that's even the right state. See, it's incredible that even during his anime villain speeches, where he's, again, like L from Death Note, he's supposed to be like Sherlock Holmes telling us how he figured out the scam and how he figured out the ruse and how he's going to get you back and everything like that. Even in his perceived understanding of what actually happened to him with this troll attempt, he's still getting shit wrong, and he's still falling for stuff that they intentionally planted there to fool him. It's almost amazing how ignorant he is.
To defraud, the penalties can range from misdemeanors to first-degree felonies, with potential prison sentences of up to 30 years, depending on the severity of the defense. Because the fraud is involved in sending letters to the mail, federal prosecutors can pursue a mail fraud case under 18 U.S.C.S. 3, 1341. To secure a conviction, the government must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant knowingly devised a scheme to defraud someone of money or property using false premises or representations. Use the U.S. Postal Service to carry out the scheme. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, to John, Marty's brother-in-law John, William, and to Marty's sister, I know where you people live. And let's just say that I am currently coordinating with Nintendo. Because I called them the other day. They did not send the letter.
I promise you, Chance, you did not speak to a Nintendo representative on the phone who was able to verify whether they sent a letter or not. If you get, like, double charged for your Nintendo Switch Plus membership or whatever the hell it's called, you are not going to be able to actually speak to a person on the phone. Almost all of these big companies, it's impossible to get a human being. At best, you would have to do like a web chat or send an email and then wait a couple of days to hear back. So that's a completely ridiculous claim that nobody would believe. And on top of that, even if you did get somebody on the phone, there's no way that whatever, like, base level Nintendo representative that you got, who could probably help you with maybe, like, a refund or figuring out how to get a repair done on your Switch controller or something like that, like, there's no way that they have access to some database of every letter that every department, including the legal team of Nintendo, has ever sent, and they would be able to be like, oh, nope, no letters to Lloyd Street. Don't even worry about it, bud. Well, you know what? Do you want me to help you file those charges? Like, it's just, again, he doesn't know how things work well enough to lie about how that thing works. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to know very much about basketball to, like, go to somebody's house and watch the basketball game and pretend that you know a fair amount about it, right? But you have to at least know the basics. Like, if you went to somebody's house to watch the basketball game and they were like, are you a basketball fan? You were like, yeah, of course. And they were like, cool. And then halfway through the game, somebody drops a 3 and you're like, woo, field goal, another one, field goals all night tonight. Like, immediately, that alone would be enough for everybody to be like, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And it's like, the way that he lies about talking to companies, it almost just reveals how little he's ever worked. Like, it almost just reminds you that he's never had a job. He's never actually functioned inside of any organization. Even working at, like, a Target in the warehouse, I feel like I learned more about, like, the corporate structure of Target than Chance understands about, like, literally any organization. It's incredible how off base his lies are.
You guys did. You done fucked up because I now know where you fucking live. Because something you guys gotta realize. There's only 3 to 4 people that I went between, which is my fingerprints when I got the letter, the mail people, and your guys' fingerprints. And your fingerprints are on this letter. So yeah, William, John, Marty's sister, yeah, you guys done fucked up big time. And if you think that I'm going to let you guys get away with my shit, you're wrong. You're sorely mistaken. As it stands, you guys are, because of what you tried to do, on top of everything else that you guys have done to me, you guys are looking at probably about 50 to 60 years in Fed prison. And that's not just for the letter.
Fed prison. Just another thing I've never heard anyone call it.
That's literally for pulling on me in a Discord call, pulling on me on a live stream. That's for trying to torch my mom's van using a blowtorch.
Well, you have no proof that anybody used the blowtorch but you. But also, I just want to understand, why is he so upset and afraid about somebody supposedly having pulled a weapon on him over a Discord call? Like, did he think that it was going to fire through the screen and then get him on the other hand? Like the little girl from The Ring, it was going to come out of the screen at him? And let me not give him any ideas. I know I just said little girl. I don't want to get him excited. But, like, I just don't understand why he's so locked in on this. Also, you would think he would not be in the business of trying to get people in trouble for pulling weapons on streams or on calls when he himself has done that multiple times.
And attempting to turn that into an IED, that is attempting to turn an Xbox into an IED.
I never ever thought that I would hear anyone, let alone him, say the words, attempting to turn an Xbox into an IED. He's referring to them bricking his house on his birthday. That's what this idiot is talking about right now.
So yeah, you guys are looking at a lot of time behind bars, boys. Right now, like I said, I'm currently working with Nintendo to bring you guys down. I have made them aware of everything you have done to me. I have made them aware of this letter. So if you don't think that you're going to get in trouble for this shit, you are sorely, sorely mistaken. So John, if I was you, and I was you, William, and I was your sister, John, or Marty's sister.
He's confusing himself. If I were you, John, or I was your sister, Marty, or I was Marty's sister, John, He's breaking his own brain here.
If y'all want to face 60 plus years in federal prison, I suggest you step off. Because like I said, Miami, Florida, where you guys currently reside, John. You and your wife currently reside in Miami, Florida. So yeah, you guys have fucked up big time. Oh, and if you really think that you guys are going to continue to fuck with me, you're wrong. Because right now I have a case against you guys so fucking big that there's no way in hell you guys are getting out of this one. So to William and John and all your little friends, all I got to say is from these next months to the next year or so, your guys' lives are going to be a living fucking hell. And all I got to say is be prepared to see a lot of my face in person.
That's a wild threat for somebody to make, considering the last time they met one of the trolls in person, it went a little bit like this.
Bitch! Get the fuck out of here. Who's the king? You are? Then run away now. And shut the fuck up.
Fine. You win. You win. You win. Please let us go.
Very, very soon. Not going to say when, but within the next coming months to the next year or so, be ready to be in and out of court a lot. Because what you guys have done is nothing short of criminal and disgusting and horrific and horrible and federally illegal on pretty much every level. So if I was you guys, I would seriously consider stopping. You see, you think that I'm not going to do nothing. That's why you continue to do what you do. But the fact of the matter is, you are sorely mistaken in that. Because like I told you guys, I have bits and pieces of evidence from over the last 6 years of what you guys have done to me. And how do you think that all of that, on top of the improvised explosive device, aka the Xbox you guys tried to turn into an IED, the torching of my mom's van using a blowtorch, and this, you guys don't think that you're not going to face federal charges? Oh, you're going to face federal charges. You can trust and believe that. And if you don't think you're going to get caught, you're sadly mistaken. You are sadly and sorely mistaken, because guess what? I also ended up talking with one of Nintendo's attorneys.
Once again, Nintendo is not putting one of their attorneys on the phone with you, Chance. You sound so insane whenever you start a conversation with somebody. People literally will be like, "Hey, Chance, how you doing today?" And you'll be like, "For the last 7 years, William and N-word boy." Like, they would never let you get to the point of the phone call where they were calling out to the legal department to have an attorney reach out to you. This is just such cap.
And I explained to them everything from the very beginning that is going on with me. And let's just say that they said the same thing that every police officer and every law enforcement personnel has told me. What you guys did is illegal.
No, every police officer and law enforcement official had said, "It sounds like you should get off the internet. I'll delete your YouTube account for you right now." Like, these are the things that law enforcement says to you, Chance.
If you do it without a police officer, that is illegal. You are not allowed to do things without a police officer in on the scene. Matter of fact, let me double check those charges so I know exactly how much time you guys are going to face for that. Now, let's double check these charges here. Oh, I can't wait to see the charges on this one. Ooh, right here is the charges. If someone conducts an operation without any intent to involve law enforcement and instead aims to isolate, harass, or target, they can face serious criminal and civil charges depending on the jurisdiction. Here's the breakdown of essential legal. Harassment and sergeant. Harassment, cyberstalking, defamation, libel, slander.
I love that every time he says defamation, he actually, like, he means to say defamation, but he says deformation because that's probably more accurate to him in terms of whatever condition he's suffering from.
Civil and sometimes criminal defamation, false imprisonment, coercion, impersonating law enforcement, entrapment, misused terms, invasion of privacy or illegal recording, vigilantism, public endangerment, mental health harms. Alright, let's see what the max penalty is. 6 months to 5 years for harassment in prison and 1 to 10 years. Criminal defamation in rare cases, up to a year. 1 to 3 years for impersonating law enforcement. Unlawful surveillance, illegal recording, 1 to 7. 6 to 10 plus years. Assault, threats, coercion, public shaming, consequences, 5 to 20. Mild harassment without physical contact. Probation, up to a year. 5 to 10, 2 to 5 years in prison, false imprisonment and impersonation, recorded and publicly posted a false accusation. Civil lawsuit, 1 to 3 years in prison. Person harmed themselves after the sting. 5 to 15 plus years depending on casualty and laws. Thanks to your guys' little slip up, I now know where you guys live thanks to this letter. And thanks to that letter, I got in contact with Nintendo, who also put me in contact with the real person that you claim to be in that letter. I spoke to her, explained everything. She put me in contact with one of her people, and now I know what I am able to do. So yeah, your guys' little action over the last 6 years and everything you guys have done to me is going to come crumbling down. Everything you guys have done to me is going to crumble and falter. And don't think it's just going to be you guys, William, John, Marty's sister. Don't think it's just going to be you guys coming down. Oh, no, 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 no. There's going to be wavy web forums. There's going to be a Mass Troll Mafia, aka Kate Peters. There's going to be everybody in your group, minus my friends, that surveillance for me and get information for me. There's going to be a massive lawsuit against YouTube for them allowing the shit that they allowed for you. There's going to be a massive lawsuit against Akron PD for their failure to stop you guys. Therefore, John and William, you slipped up by putting your address on this letter. And now that I know where you guys live, and now that I have informed Nintendo of your doings, it is only a matter of time before Nintendo legally comes after you. And not only will they be coming after you, so will I, in court when the time is right. Have fun explaining to the judge how you guys tried to do this shit. Have fun explaining to the judge your guys' fuck-ups. Have fun explaining that one, boys.
So for some reason, he really believes that there's going to be some type of a reckoning where, like, the state gets involved, where the federal government gets involved, and they're just gonna, like, bring everyone who's ever wronged Chance into the courtroom and light them all up. I mean, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Even, like, I don't know, does he understand that all of these people would probably have to be tried separately? They would all be being tried by, like, separate charges depending on the stuff that they did, if this even ever were to happen. Like, he's talking about it as if there's going to be one big trial for like 100 different people who wronged him, which makes literally no sense whatsoever. I guess maybe he thinks there's going to be RICO charges, like they're going to treat these people like the Italian mob. It's going to be just one wide net catching all the Chance trolls. But I thought we were almost done, but right when I think I'm out, they pull me back in because while I was recording that video, we got yet another drop from the Goblin Records page.
Do what?
So why not? I'm still recording. I'm not even in the editing phase yet. Let's just get right into it. We'll kill two birds with one stone. I hope you guys are ready to strap in for another half hour of Goblin nonsense. Let's get into it.
You know, I'm going to say this. I was sitting down after my last live stream a few minutes ago, and I had some shit that was unsaid that I wanted to say. Y'all trolls act like you fucking know me. But you don't know jack fuck all about my real life.
Who did you piss off? It says Chance will diddle for free.
The only reason why you know anything about my real life from before now is because of my Dale and car. We all know you did this shit for attention. That's the only reason you did it. Who did this shit for attention? That's the only reason why you did it. Because you wanted the attention. And you didn't care whether it was good or bad. You're the only reason why these stupid motherfuckers even have an ounce of knowledge about my real life. Not that anything you've ever said is correct. It's all fucking pure dumbass fucking bullshit. About 99% of it is fucking garbage. I mean, it's funny. The trolls, they sit here and they act like they know me. Working out the kitty all day. That's all I'm doing. Which I honestly find that funny as fuck. You know, if y'all trolls actually knew me like you think you do, which clearly you don't. But if you, let's say you did know me like you think you do, you would know that I'm not an evil person. You would know that I'm a very caring and loving person. And that I watch after my people. I help take care of my family. I'm there for my friends when they need me. See, that's the problem with y'all. Y'all are so obsessed with keeping up an image and keeping up a narrative of somebody that you want them to be. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not that motherfucker. I am me. I am who I am. And there ain't no changing that at all. There ain't no changing who I am. See, y'all don't like that I'm authentic. Y'all don't like the fact that I tell shit like it is. I'm actually real. I don't put on a fucking act. I'm sorry, but I'm not like I Show Speed, putting on a fucking show for everybody. I'm not like Mr. Beast. I don't sit here and put on a fucking show
Yeah, you're not like Mr. Beast. You don't have a full head of hair and millions of dollars to your name. Definitely name successful people and then say you're nothing like them, Chance. It's the only thing true you've said in this entire video so far.
I don't pretend to be somebody I'm not. I am who I am, and if you don't like that, that's just too fucking bad. I'm not gonna change who I am for no fucking body. I don't care who the fuck you are. My friends love and accept me for who I am. My family loves me and accepts me for who I am. And my real supporters, my real fans, they love me and accept me for who I am. And that's all that matters. That want me to be something I'm not, y'all don't mean jack fuck all. Y'all don't mean shit to me. Y'all are so wrapped up in some drama. Like it really fucking matters. And really it doesn't matter. It's fucking stupid what you guys are doing. To be honest with you, I hate conflict. I hate fighting. I hate arguing. I hate beef.
That's why that's exclusively what I do 5-6 days a week for 8 hours a day on my Facebook live streams that literally nobody asks me to make.
I hate beefing with people. I hate arguing and fighting with people. I can't fucking stand it. I absolutely think it's the worst thing in the world. You want to know what I'd rather be doing? I'd rather be hanging out, having fun, going places, traveling the world, seeing places I've never seen before that I've always wanted to see, hanging out with my friends, going.
At this point, seeing places I've never seen before that I really want to see could mean like the other side of Akron.
Going back home to visit family out in Washington State, going back down to Florida to visit my friends that I grew up with, going fishing with my friends that I grew up with, going hunting with my family back home in Washington State and out.
You know, it's an interesting window into his state of mind that all the most important things to him are always like XYZ about people he grew up with. Like, he never wants to make any new memories. He never wants to go somewhere new that he's never been before. He wants to go back to places that he was at as a child. He wants to hang out with people that he knew as a child. It's really weird and unsettling when you think about, like, his, I guess we'll just say his preferences, his dating preferences, that he's so obsessed with his own childhood. There's some very weird Freudian stuff going on here that I almost don't even want to think too hard about it.
Trying to help me! And also out in Alaska. That's what I'd rather be doing. I'd rather travel the world and knowing I got real ass supporters around the world that actually want to meet me and actually see me than to rather sit here and fucking argue with 8,000 that think that what they say matters. Because see, that's the thing that you both still haven't realized yet. Nothing you say fucking matters to me at all.
Which is why I get on stream and I scream about it and I call all of you out by name every chance I get.
And y'all sit here and say like, oh, all these people that you talk to, they're your supposed supporters they're buddy trolls. They're buddy trolls. No, they're not. Only a very small percentage are buddy trolls. The rest of them are some of the most genuine, coolest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life.
Until they send you a glitter bomb and you crash the fuck out.
Some of them are some of the coolest people I've ever met. Some of the people that I've met that are legitimate supporters, honestly, I consider them to be way cooler than me.
Well, they are, because instead of being predators, they're the type of people who troll predators, so they definitely have a leg up.
And you want to know why that is? Because they get to live a normal life. I don't get that luxury, and I hate that. I can't fucking stand that. Do you have any idea how bad I want to go back to the very beginning and do everything over again? A lot more often than you think. To be honest, I'd rather go back in time to where I was living in peace and quiet without being harassed. Back when I was actually building up an audience the correct fucking way. I didn't have to worry about trolls finding my shit, coming after my shit, doing stupid shit they don't need to be fucking doing. To be honest, I miss the simple life when I can go out with friends. I can go to the store without being worried about somebody following me or somebody wanting to do fucking harm to me. I miss those days. More than anything, I miss those days. I miss the days where I didn't have to fucking worry about being shot at, or being followed, or being DDoSed, or being shut down for stupid bullshit reasons because people want to misuse the report button just because they don't fucking like somebody.
Wait, how is it a misuse of the report button? Like, again, okay, just recently, because you're always the king of, where's the recent evidence, right? Like, just in the last 2 weeks, you've gone on you've gone on William's stream and called him and John the N-word, the K-word, and the F-word like 100 times each stream. How is that misusing the report button? Like, they're reporting you for stuff that you actually do that's against TOS.
I miss the days when I could actually go out to a restaurant with my family, have a good meal, and maybe run into a fan or two and actually have a genuine good fucking time. That's what I miss. I miss the days when I can actually upload videos and do fun live streams and not have to worry about being attacked every 5 fucking seconds or being mass reported for stupid shit.
Like saying the N-word, or whipping your goblin out, or literally doing, like, probably the most egregious things against you. These aren't, like, minor strikes. Like, you accidentally left someone else that you were covering saying one slur in after you painstakingly edited out 35 other slurs in the same video, like almost happened to, I don't know, me, when I had to fight a copyright strike, when I had to fight to get a strike on my channel overturned. Because even after hours of editing, you said so many N-words that I couldn't slap them all down. No, it's you yourself screaming them 100 times. It's hilarious that he thinks he has a leg to stand on in this argument at all.
I honestly miss the days where I didn't have to keep my guard up. I shouldn't have to do any of that shit. I shouldn't have to keep my fucking guard up. I shouldn't have to look over my fucking shoulder. I should be allowed to do what I want, and not have to be in any kind of fear of being in danger. You wanna know when the last time I hung out with any of my friends in real life was? Probably about 3.5 years ago is the last time I hung out with any of my friends in real life. The last time I went shopping with any of my friends. The last time I went out to see a movie with any of my friends. It's the last time I got to do anything in peace and quiet. The last time I was able to be real. The last time I didn't have to fake being okay. The last time people got to see the real me.
Chance, you can't go to the movies with your friends because you're a walking health code violation that doesn't have any money. That has nothing to do with trolling.
The me that was laughing, cracking up and cutting up and cracking jokes with my friends, joking around, getting out, doing photography, doing film work with my friends, having fun. You know, going out and filming vlogs with some of my best friends in the world. It was the last time I actually got to be my real authentic self, and I didn't have to worry about some rando fucking finding me out in the middle of fucking nowhere wanting to do harm to me. I miss those days. I really do. I miss those days like crazy. And I'll be honest, ever since Marty died and William started, my depression's gone through the roof.
I love that he's blaming this. Ever since Marty died, my depression has gone through the roof. What he said in the middle there was, ever since Marty died and William got to me. It kind of cuts off, but he's referencing William there. I guess the idea is supposed to be that William is somehow worse than Marty. But at the end of the day, what he's really admitting there is that he misses Marty, dude. At the end of the day, if you guys think about it, Marty was the closest thing that Chance had to a best friend. He talked to him on a regular basis, and yes, it was often contentious, and yes, Marty was often making fun of him, but sometimes Marty would just sit there on stream with him for like 2 hours, and they would do these song contests, and even though Marty was ribbing him and stuff, that was like the most human interaction that Chance got, was these long-form phone calls with Marty. So even though Marty was like his greatest troll and exposed him for the most things and fucked with him heinously, especially after all the Jamie Nicole stuff, like that's when it went from being like lighthearted to being really rough. At the end of the day, I still think that Chance, in his own mind to a certain extent, thought of Marty as like his lighthearted rival who he was actually best friends with, like he was like the Sasuke to his Naruto, to put it in his fucking anime terminology. And he misses him, man. He doesn't have that same, like, friendly rivalry with William. William just fucking hates him. He doesn't have that with any of the trolls now because he's escalated and gotten so much worse over the years that nobody can ever even, like, humor him and let him play some song that he pretended to write or anything. They all just demolish him as soon as he shows up on panel, and he misses it, man. He misses Marty. There he is admitting it.
My anxiety, always on edge. Panic attacks. Always have them every time I hear the slightest sound or whenever I hear our dog barking. Because I don't know who's at that front door. I don't know if it's a police officer or somebody wanting to break in and do harm to me and my family. Y'all, I deserve to be able to be myself again. And I know why y'all don't want me to be myself, because y'all have this fucking ass narrative. Let me tell you, that narrative is a fucking joke. That narrative that you guys have of me is bullshit. It's a facade. It's fake. It's phony. It's not who I am as a person, and it's not who I ever wanted to be. You know, people sit there and say, oh, you never had a life before we came along. Actually, I did. It was a quiet life, yes. But I'd rather take a quiet life over a life of being trolled, being mocked, being harassed. I'd rather take a quiet life of being able to upload my content without being harassed. Always think of me. If me being real with you like I was just now If that offends you, well, I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I really don't care if I offend you. If what I say offends you, then maybe you don't need to be on my shit anyways. Because I'm not here for weak-minded. I'm here for those that actually understand what it's like for me to go through what I deal with. I want you guys to be so offended that you hate me to the point where you don't want nothing to do with me.
Well, that's not really how the internet works, Chance. I mean, the more that people hate you, the more that they want something to do with you because they want to fuck with you. Like, that's not, I don't know, maybe that would apply in real life where they actually had to smell you and they actually had to be, like, physically around you in person. But the more that people hate you on the internet, the more that they lock in on trying to find out everything about you and make your life a living hell. Look at the Netflix documentary, Don't Fuck with Cats, right? Like, people were doing some fuck shit on the internet, and an entire community of people banded together to find out everything about this completely anonymous person and to dox them and to ruin them because, like, that's what people on the internet do. So the idea that you could make people hate you so much that they'll leave you alone is just not, as a goal, it doesn't even make sense.
I'm not here for the fake shit. I'm here for the real ones. The ones that want to see me do good. The ones that want to see me succeed. And guess what? I'm not here to impress you. I wasn't built to impress. I was built to be real as fuck. I don't owe you trolls jack fucking shit. And if you think I do, then you're clearly full of fucking trash and pretend to be somebody I'm not. I am who I am, and if you don't like that, oh fucking well, I don't fucking care. But I find it interesting. You trolls sit here and you constantly say how much you hate me, which I find that funny. No, I do, I actually find that funny. You guys say you hate me, but yet you comment on my shit like you like me. Clearly you guys actually are secret fans and just don't want to say it.
Again, just an absolutely wild argument. People interact with other people on the internet all the time who they don't like. Actually, if you look, like on Twitter and on X and stuff like that, a lot of the posts that get the most engagement are posts that people hate. It's easy to say something that everybody will agree with, but when you say something that people really, really don't like, it tends to get tons and tons and tons of engagement because it's kind of easy when you see something psychologically that you agree with just to, like, give it a like and scroll past it. But when you see something that you disagree with so egregiously, like, it almost makes you so mad that, like, you feel the need to write out a whole comment responding to it. So no, Chance, the idea that you get engagement doesn't mean that people like you. People engage with stuff that they don't like much more often than stuff that they do. So the fact that you get so much negative engagement, no, you don't have any secret fans.
And hey, I understand. If William's fucking doing what they're doing to you guys, I understand. If William's making you guys go hush hush and is making it to where you guys don't want to come out as being legitimate fans, I understand because William does a lot of fucked up shit.
Once again, nobody is being blackmailed out of admitting that they like nobody is ever getting in their car, looking both ways, turning the volume down really low to make sure nobody can hear it, and then bumping Street Racing Scene on the way to work. We're not afraid that we're going to get in trouble if we admit that we like you. We just don't fucking like you.
I get it. So if you're going to comment on my shit, you may as well at least be supportive of me. And no, not being supportive of me getting off the internet either. Fuck getting off the internet. I'm here to stay, going nowhere. So when y'all don't have trolls, you may as well come out of the closet and admit that you're fucking fans. Whether it's me doing my gameplay videos, doing daily vlogs, hanging out, y'all may as well admit that you're a fucking fan. Like, you guys sit here and you watch every day. That clearly makes you a fan. No, there ain't gonna be no homeless arc. That homeless arc is all in your delusional heads. Which, quite honestly, I'm not even gonna entertain that shit because it's so fucking dumb. I mean, it's funny how you guys actually think you're going to make me homeless when after this shit with William goes down, y'all's little wannabe make me homeless arc is going to go bye-bye out the window. Because like I said, I got William by the goddamn fucking balls. And it ain't just me saying that neither. Nintendo's got him by the balls, actually, if I'm being real. He's got to deal with not just me. He's got to deal with Nintendo. Because he wrote a fake fucking letter pretending to be them. And I called up Nintendo the other day. Found out that letter was fake as fuck. So now he's got to deal with them, not just me. So yeah, he's fucked. And that homeless arc ain't ever gonna fucking happen. It's over. It's done. Your little narrative, me. Your little narrative. Bye-bye. I'm making my own narrative, bitch. And if you don't like that, then oh well.
Well, I mean, he definitely does make his own narrative all the time. That's just kind of a fancy way of saying that he's going to fucking lie, which he's really bad at, but he does constantly. So I guess I'm glad he's at least admitting it there.
You don't like what I'm doing. If you don't like the fact that I'm writing my own narrative and I'm doing my own thing, and if you're offended, good. You don't need to be on my shit anyway. My content is for those that want to see my content.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. And there's a naked light I saw. 10,000 people, maybe more. You got looking with the holy green. People hearing with the holy thing. The shining songs.
My content is for my supporters, my fans, my friends, my family. For those that actually want to see me succeed in life. No, Katie, you're not for musicians. And trust me, I actually do. I actually do have a lot of supporters. It's just they hide from you. Oh, trust me, I talk to all my supporters daily. Y'all don't know who the fuck they are because they talk to me in secret.
You know, even with like 8,000 and change subscribers, I love all of y'all so much. Y'all are the goats, and I try to interact with as many of you as possible, but there's no way to talk to all of my supporters daily, and that's not even a high number. That's not even like 50K or 100K, so it's kind of hilarious to hear Chance say I speak to all of my supporters daily, because I believe him. It's probably like 4 buddy trolls, and the fact that the number is so low that you could literally correspond with every single one of them on a regular basis is hilarious to me. That's not a flex, Chance.
Y'all just don't know who the fuck they are. But trust and believe, I've got supporters. And y'all just hate that. Y'all hate that I got supporters. Y'all hate that I got fans. Well, guess what? Too bad. So sad. Don't give a fuck. So if you trolls think that your narrative of me is going to continue on, I squashed that shit a few days ago when I contacted Nintendo. That shit got squashed. For good. Bye-bye. Sayonara. Out the window. See you later. There ain't gonna be no homeless arc. There ain't gonna be no death arc. And there sure as fuck ain't gonna be no prison arc. So if you think you're fooling anybody, you ain't fooling nobody. Because let me tell you, by the time this shit's done, not only is your guys' little troll community gonna be shut down for good, your boy's gonna be making back the money I should have been making this entire time. So yeah, your boy's basically gonna be making the millions that I should have been making this whole time. So yeah, your boy's technically a millionaire without the money. So yeah.
A millionaire without the money. That's one of my absolute favorite claims of his because it's just so wild and it makes so little. A millionaire without the money? That's like saying I'm married without a wife. Like what does that mean, Chance? If the thing that makes you a millionaire is having millions, like that's the one factor that makes you a millionaire and you don't have it, then you're not a millionaire. Again, that's like saying you're a Stanley Cup champion without the trophy. You're a WWE title holder without the belt. Like that's the one thing that would make you that thing.
Your boy's gonna be making back all that dough that I lost out on over the last 10 years. Because you motherfuckers wanted to interrupt everything I did starting in 2017 up till now. And if you think I ain't going to, watch me. I faced death and I proved the doctors wrong when I was a baby. I had a 1% chance of survival. Told I wouldn't make it. I was told I would not survive. My parents were told I was not supposed to make it. But yet, here I am 35 years later, motherfuckers. I was born to prove bitches wrong. I live to prove motherfuckers wrong. I live for 2 things. To live a normal life and to prove motherfuckers wrong.
No, Chance. You were born like halfway through the pregnancy, and I think your purpose in life was to be an extra in Wes Craven movies, but unfortunately you strayed far from the path, starting probably somewhere around the time you met Blind Billy, and you never quite recovered.
And if you can't handle that, then sit and rotate, bitch. I'm not here to be nice to the trolls. I'm not here to entertain the idiocy. I'm here to be there for those that need uplifting, for those that need inspiration, for those that need somebody that actually understands what it's like to go through a hard fucking day. Hold on, y'all. What is going on? Oh, God. Diarrhea all over the place. And if you don't like that, well, guess what? You can get the fuck off my page. And you don't like watching me? Go watch something else. I'm not here to entertain haters. I'm here for the real ones. The ones that actually want to see me win. The ones that are like me that are going through tough times. And if you don't like that, well, that's obviously an internal battle that you got going on with yourself. If you hate me, that tells me that you got something going on with yourself. And you need to work on that shit. And you ain't got to admit it to me. Because we all know that none of you motherfucking trolls will admit that you got issues with yourself. See, y'all's problem with me is that you're jealous of my talent.
Do what?
You're jealous of what I'm able to do.
And now we're getting into like peak delusion, Cyraxx, right here. You're jealous of my talent. Again, in all seriousness, like, even some of the other Lolcows, if you asked me to come up with something, anything, that I was jealous about them for, I could probably think of something, even if it was kind of in jest. With Chance, I cannot imagine for the life of me what he thinks he has that other people would be jealous of. I mean, he claims the talent, but if you've never been able to make a dime at any of your artistic endeavors for over 10 years, you can't be that talented if nobody's willing to pay for it. Like, the market really is a pretty good litmus test for whether or not your art has value. And at this point, 10 years down the line, I think we'd know. Certainly not your hairline, certainly not your living conditions, certainly not your wonderful family that all looks and behaves like they're extras in The Hills Have Eyes. Certainly not your teeth. Certainly not your criminal record. Definitely not your quote-unquote dating history. Like, I don't know what he thinks he has that other people were just like, damn, I just wish I were Chance Wilkins, and since I can't be, I'm just going to call him a predator on the internet all day. It makes no sense.
And then I actually have the balls to actually do it. That's your problem. Your problem is that you guys have an issue with your damn selves. You got your heads shoved so far up your own fucking asses that you can't see the light of fucking day. You see, you got an issue with yourself. That's why you hate on me, because you hate yourself. You hate your life. Well, bitch, if you hate your life, do something about it. Don't be sitting here on the internet taking out your insecurities on me when you're the one with the insecurity issues.
It's amazing that he thinks that other people do what he does and they just sit on the internet responding to him all day long. Like, again, this is probably a couple of hours per day for me, maybe 2 hours max if I'm doing a live stream, a couple of days a week, but like, I don't know, the vast majority of any of the creators, myself included, have like a day job, and they have relationships, and they have a family, and they go out and see a movie, like, all the things that he claims that he doesn't do, or that he can't do because of the trolls, all the trolls do all of those things, and then they also find a little bit of time to put aside to enjoy themselves making some content on YouTube and fucking with him. So it's hysterical that, like, he thinks that being on YouTube means sitting in a dark, scary, dirty, bedbug-ridden attic all the time, and like all you do all day is ever make YouTube videos, when, like, actual content creators, that is just not the case.
I'm not. I'm a music artist. I'm a fucking animation studio company owner. I'm a gamer. I hang out with my friends, and I do my shit. I don't fuck with nobody. I mind my own business, and I do my own thing. And if you don't like the fact that I do my own thing, well, guess fucking what? I don't care.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's definitely the voice of somebody who doesn't care. You can hear how completely unbothered he is. We'll never get under his skin. We're not the bedbugs. We're not going to be able to get in there. So I guess we should all just totally give up before we start getting subpoenaed by the Nintendo lawsuit that we're all going to be a part of. So I just want to say I appreciate you guys being patient. I know I had to take a couple of days off to get some personal matters resolved. And a lot of you guys reached out on the post that I made and asked me if I was doing okay and checked in with me and stuff. So I love this community. I appreciate you guys very much, and I'm happy to be getting back into the normal schedule. So that is going to be it for today. If you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe, and until next time, stay indoors, stay away from the goblin, and have a good one.